Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Daily Word. I'm glad you could join me again this morning for our time together as we continue our journey through Scripture and how it speaks to us and what it means for us, and then, if we can, in our daily lives, how we apply it and what it means in that application. Some days it works, of course, and some days it doesn't, but thanks for always carving out time to be with me. It's so important to me that you join me as we continue together. I was listening to the radio yesterday, and someone pointed out that we are about to hit year 3 of the pandemic, and that's shocking that we've been doing this for almost 3 years come March 16th. So we'll have to commemorate that in some way once we get to March. So today is Daily Word number 654, and thanks for always saying good morning or good afternoon or whenever it is that you are able to join me. So this morning I've chosen just this one verse from the book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verse 1. And these are powerful words, and well, I'll come back to what I think makes them powerful, of course. Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness, you who seek the Lord. Look to the rock from which you were hewn, and to the quarry from which you were dug. Look to the rock from which you were hewn, and to the quarry from which you were dug. So, you know that I struggle with my physical health. Not my physical health as much as just mobility and pain and on this left side, and the level of frustration has kind of reached a peak for me. I'm just so frustrated with where I am. I don't blame anybody. I've had great doctors, great therapists. My body just, for some reason, doesn't want to cooperate. And so I've tried everything, and I know you've all been there too. You try everything to try to get over the hump, right, to the next thing. We sometimes do it, beginning of the year, we try to do it with New Year's resolutions. We a new year, a new me, something bold, something better, something new. I have to tell you, I'm not good at that. I've given up resolutions a long time ago. And it's true, that for all of us, whether resolution or not, that we can grow and change and learn and do all of that. And that's really important stuff. But in my struggle, especially the last couple of days, just realizing where I'm at and wondering if where I'm at is where I'm going to be. And dealing with that struggle of what that means to be where I'm at and to say, this is where I'm going to be. But then I'm saying, okay, God, what's next? What do I do? How do I live like this? I don't like it. There's so much I want to do, yet physically. I was asked to find that picture, and I found that picture of me 4 years ago in November when we hiked Rainbow Falls just outside of Gatlinburg. It's where Kelsey and Connor got engaged. He surprised the life out of her on that hike. And I saw that picture of myself and standing up straight and my legs working right. And I just struggle with what all of that means. And then, hear my struggle, I guess. Okay, God, what do I want to do with this? And then this scripture kind of just finds its way to me early this morning. Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness, you who seek the Lord. Look to the rock from which you were hewn, and to the quarry from which you were dug. There's nothing wrong, as this says to me, and I have to figure this out. Just because I'm saying this doesn't mean I haven't figured it out, because I certainly don't. But in the end, there's nothing wrong with who I am and how I am at my foundation. And maybe I need to get back to that. Maybe we need to get back to that. I talked about it Sunday in my sermon when I was talking about baptism, and that the promises made on my behalf 59 years ago, those promises were kept because I said and I believe it. Look at me. I look in the mirror and think, man, somebody kept their promises. Lots and lots of people kept their promises for me at the foundation of my life. What if everything I want to be, you want to be, and become already exist at our foundation? What if the annual struggle to figure out where we want to be is a temptation to really look back at our foundation? Our foundations get obscured by lots of things. Stuff we pile on top of it, our age, our physical health, all the baggage we carry with us. We have sin, we have shame, we have pressure to conform and to change about things in the world. And if we clear all that off, and this is where the struggle is, and I don't, like I said, I don't have it figured out and what I can or will or it's possible to do, but to clear all that off and look at the foundation. So early this morning I was thinking about that. I was looking down at my feet. I have large feet, size 15s. My therapist Lauren told me a few weeks ago that I have the biggest feet she's ever seen. And I look at that, the foundation, but below that and inside of me. And it seems that what we really need to do is to clear everything out of the way and polish the stone that we are built upon, the rock from which we were hewn, the quarry from which we were dug. All that we are, and all that we've been, and all that we will be was lovingly quarried and carefully hewn by God. We have to clear out all the stuff that has not allowed us to polish that and to stand still. And here's what I think is important for us, and I think, well, it's important for me as well. We just have to figure it out, and I have to wrestle with it. Just have to wrestle with it. That the foundation, what we're built upon, is beautiful wholeness, and the foundation is clear. And I think here's the struggle. It is for me, maybe for you, that I want to get to where I want to get, where I think I need to be, with a hammer and a chisel, and carve out a way and be tough, and be strong, when just maybe what I really need is a broom and a dustpan to clear off all the crap, to again get back to the foundation of my life. Isaiah is so clear about it. And so maybe where God has us right now, where God has me and where God has you, is where God needs us to be, and the place where God needs us to teach from. Now, I don't have that fully engulfed in me. I haven't wrestled with that enough to say, yep, okay, God, where I'm at's okay, because I'm not there, frankly. But I do know, at least from this text, and I believe it to be true, and you should as well, that our foundations, the quarries that we're dug from, are good and they're solid and they're from God, and it's God who continues to guide us. And so this daily word maybe is as much for me as it is for anybody else. And if it doesn't hit you, I apologize for that. It's kind of where I'm at in my physical struggle, in my emotional struggle, and my vocational struggle. I mean, you ask the question, right? Can God really want me to do ministry like this, where I can't do what I want to do? Does God really want me to do this and this when I really, it's that ongoing thing. But God, Isaiah just comes with a way to speak to us. Look to the rock from which you were hewn, and to the quarry from which you were dug. That takes a lot of personal introspection. I know, and maybe that's where we are. Maybe that's what God calls us to. And I hope that's a good word for you today, as it struggles to find its way in me as well. So I'm heading to physical therapy in just a few minutes. So I pray you'll know of God's love today, and that you'll see your foundation, and that you'll have the courage, as I need to have the courage, to polish it off, and to know, to look deep inside of that. And know of my love for you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Have a great day.